Some travelers who recently visited the United States of America had shared how they were detained at an airport after landing in the United States. Some people said they were questioned for hours. Others say their phones were checked. And in some situations, travelers were even placed on the next flight back home. As a result, people start asking questions like, why does this happen? I'm just not being a tourist being targeted. Is it still safe to travel to the United States? Today, I want to break this down in a very honest and simple way. No drama, no exaggeration, just a clear explanation of what actually happens at US airports and why some travelers get detained, interrogated, or sometimes deported. And trust me, once you understand the system, a lot of the confusion starts to make sense. When you arrive at an international airport in the United States, the first officials you meet are officers from the US Customs and Border Protection. Their job is to inspect everyone entering the country. This means they check your passport, your visa or travel authorization, your purpose of visit, your travel history. Their responsibility is to make sure every traveler meets the requirements to enter the country legally. And something many travelers don't realize is this: having an approved visa from your home country does not guarantee entry into any country you're visiting. A visa only allows you to travel to the airport and request entry. The final decision happens at the airport. Now let's talk about something that scares many travelers when they hear about it online: secondary inspection. If an officer needs to verify something about your travel, they may send you to another area for additional checks. This is called secondary inspection. It does not mean you committed a crime. It simply means the officer wants to confirm some details. Secondary inspection can happen for many reasons, including missing or unclear travel information, random security screening, questions about your visa use, name matches in government databases, and it can last anywhere from a few minutes to several hours, depending on the situation. Millions of travelers go through this process and still enter the country afterward. If you're new here, I'm Shediede, a travel ambassador and entrepreneur. I'm a best-selling author of travel guides, published and distributed through our global book publishing and distribution network. Over the years, I've explored all 50 US states and more than 40 countries around the world. And those experiences are exactly what shape the work we do today. I'm the founder and CEO of WorldTourGuide, a travel media agency dedicated to helping you travel smarter and better. We create educational travel content and articles, partner with travel companies to bring you the best travel deals. All of our travel guides are available through our global bookstore on our website. And when you visit our website, you'll get more value. You'll download our free travelers template directly from any of the articles on our blog. Don't leave without liking this video and subscribing to this channel. Remember to follow our social media platforms because you can never imagine the travel and tourism value packed for you across our travel media outlets. Now, one of the most common reasons travelers are detained or questioned is related to immigration rules. Officers may suspect that someone intends to work illegally, overstay their visa, move to the country permanently without the proper visa. For example, if someone enters with a tourist visa but their messages or documents suggest they plan to work or plan a marriage contract, these can raise serious concerns. Immigration officers are trained to look for signs that someone may misuse their visa. If they believe that is happening, the traveler may be denied entry. Another common reason travelers get detained is simply giving conflicting answers during questioning. For example, the traveler says they are visiting for tourism, but when officers ask where they are staying, they cannot provide an address. Or they say they are staying 2 weeks, but they do not have a return ticket. These types of inconsistencies make officers suspicious. Sometimes it's just nervousness or confusion, but from an immigration perspective, officers have to verify everything carefully. Some travelers are detained because of past criminal records. Even minor offenses from years ago can appear in law enforcement databases. In some situations, officers may stop a traveler because there is an unresolved criminal case, there is an outstanding arrest warrant, the system shows incomplete criminal records. Even green card holders have faced detention due to old criminal convictions or administrative issues in their records. Sometimes it turns out to be a mistake or outdated information, but officers must verify it before allowing entry. Another reason someone might be detained is unusual travel history. For example, frequent short trips to the United States, long stays without clear purpose, traveling from countries under heightened security screening. Travel patterns sometimes trigger additional questioning because officers want to understand the traveler's intentions. This doesn't automatically mean someone did something wrong. It just means officers want clarification. At US border entry points, officers have legal authority to search phones, laptops, and other electronic devices. This is something that has become more common and controversial. These searches can happen during secondary secondary inspection. Travelers may be questioned if messages suggest unauthorized work, photos or files raise security concerns, social media activity conflicts with visa purposes. In some reported cases, travelers have been denied entry based on information found on their phones or social media accounts. That's why immigration lawyers often advise travelers to make sure their online activity matches the purpose of their visit. Not every detention is about immigration. Sometimes it's about customs rules. For example, travelers can be stopped for carrying large amounts of undeclared cash, restricted food or agricultural products, prohibited items, suspicious merchandise. Customs officers must enforce rules that protect agriculture, prevent smuggling, and stop illegal goods from entering the country. So if something in your luggage raises a red flag, you may be detained while they inspect it. If you truly love the United States of America, now that you have heard the truth, you are supposed to like this video, subscribe to this channel, or share it to a travel lover who might find this video super incredible. Sometimes the issue isn't you at all. It might be someone else with the same name. In a situation like this, don't insult anybody or react aggressively. This can cause drama you may not like. Just be calm, be polite, and respond with respect and confidence. If a traveler's name matches your name on a watch list or criminal database, officers may need to verify identity before allowing entry. This is one of the reasons some people get delayed even when they have done nothing wrong. In some cases, travelers may be transferred to officers from the US ICE agents, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. This usually happens when someone is considered inadmissible or when there are serious immigration violations. Examples include attempting to enter with fraudulent documents, re-entering after previous deportation, serious criminal records, immigration fraud. If a traveler is found inadmissible, they may be placed on a return flight to their home country. Sometimes this happens the same day. In other situations, they may remain in custody until their return flight is arranged. Now, let's talk about something important. Social media often amplifies the most dramatic situations. If one traveler is detained and posts about it online, the story spreads quickly. But what you rarely see are the rest of the travelers who entered the United States without any issues. Most airport inspections last only a few minutes, but dramatic stories travel faster online. Something else that surprises many people is that immigration officers have a lot of discretion. That means they can make judgment calls based on the information in front of them. For example, one officer might approve an entry quickly, another might ask more questions before making the same decision. This is why two travelers with similar situations can sometimes have different experiences at different airports. If you're planning to visit the United States, the best approach is preparation. Here are some simple things that can make your arrival smoother. Make sure your passport is valid, your visa matches your travel purpose, you know where you are staying, you have a return ticket, your answers are clear and honest. Most importantly, stay calm during the process. Immigration interviews are usually straightforward. Traveling internationally always comes with some level of inspection. Every country in the world checks people entering their borders. The United States simply has a very structured system for doing it. Yes, some travelers are detained, questioned, or deported, but in many cases it happens because officers need to verify information or because a traveler did not meet entry requirements. Understanding how the process works can help remove a lot of fear and confusion, because at the end of the day, travelers still visit the United States for tourism, business, and family visits. And most of them enter the country without any problems. The key is to travel prepared, understand the rules, and approach the process with patience. Thanks for watching this one, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Remember to visit our website and also follow our social media platforms, as we hope to see you again.